Learn English fast. Like, share, subscribe. Here are a few conversation examples that will help you to speak like a native English speaker. Conversation while making a reservation. Hello, this is Ren's Delight. How can I help you?
I'd like to make a dinner reservation.
Sure. Which night would you like to come?
This Friday.
Okay. For how many people?
4 people.
And for what time?
7:00 p.m.
I'm sorry, but we have no tables available at that time. I can give you a table for 7:30 p.m. Is that okay?
That's fine.
And what's your name?
Jonastar Brown.
Okay, Mr. Brown. I have your reservation. We will see you on Friday. Thank you for calling.
Thanks. Bye.
Conversation at a restaurant.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can I help you?
Can I book a table for one, please?
Yes, come with me. Here you are.
Thanks. May I have a menu?
Sure, the menu is on the table.
So, I will have roasted beef with mashed potatoes.
Would you like anything to drink?
A Coke, please.
Can I bring you anything else?
Yes. May I have a portion of apple pie?
Okay, coming right up. Anything else?
No thanks. Could I have the bill, please?
Of course, here it is.
Thanks. Here you go.
Have a great day.
Thanks. You keep the change. Have a great day too.
Thank you very much.
Conversation on a date.
How many people are there in your family?
There are 5 people in my family: my father, mother, brother, sister, and me.
Does your family live in a house or an apartment?
We live in a house in the countryside.
What does your father do?
My father is a doctor. He works at the local hospital.
How old is your mother?
She is 40 years old, 1 year younger than my father.
Do you have any siblings? What's his or her name?
Yes, I do. I have one elder brother, David, and one younger sister, Mary.
Are you the oldest amongst your brothers and sisters?
No, I'm not. I'm the second child in my family.
What does your mother or father like?
My father likes playing football, and my mother likes cooking.
Do your parents let you stay out late?
Of course not. They always ask me to get home before p.m. each night.
Do you stay with your parents?
Right now, no, but I used to.
Does your family usually have dinner together?
Yes, we do. My mom always prepares delicious meals for us.
Conversation about books.
How often do you read books?
I read books almost every night before I go to bed.
What's your favorite type of book?
I love reading about different cultures.
What can you learn from books?
Books can broaden my horizon about thousands of things around the world, and books are also my best friends.
Where do you read books?
I read books at home, sometimes in the library.
What's the most interesting book you have ever read?
I think that would be Nepal, a book written about the country of Nepal, published in 1999.
How long does it take you to finish a book?
Well, it depends on the length of the book, but it usually takes me a week to finish a 300-page book.
Do you usually take books with you when you travel?
Yes, I do. When I'm at the airport or bus station, I read books to kill time.
Is there any bookstore or library in your area?
Unfortunately, there are none near my house. The nearest one is 3 kilometers away.
Conversation about travel.
How many places have you traveled to?
I've visited all the provinces throughout my country.
Who do you usually go with?
I often go with my family, sometimes with my best friends.
What's your favorite tourist attraction?
That would be Venice City in Italy. I love riding the gondola along the canals while watching Italian people live their daily lives.
Have you ever been abroad?
Yes, I have. I came to Italy last year for a business trip.
What language do you use when traveling?
English, but sometimes I have to use body language since not all people are good at English.
What do you usually do during your trip?
I often go sightseeing, take pictures, mingle with the local people, and sample the local cuisine.
What do you do to prepare for your trip?
Before the trip, I search for information about the location, weather, famous tourist attractions, transportation, local cuisine, and prices on the internet.
What do you usually bring when you travel?
I usually pack my suitcase with some necessary items such as clothes, medicine, food, a map, and a camera.
Do you prefer traveling by car, train, or plane?
I prefer planes, although it can be a little expensive. Planes are much faster than any other mode of transport.
Do you prefer traveling alone or joining a guided tour?
I love traveling with my friends who share the same interests as me.
Conversation about childhood.
Did you have a happy childhood?
Yes, I did. I enjoyed playing hide and seek with my peers.
Did you experience your childhood in a city or countryside?
I spent my childhood in a rural area where I could see vast rice fields.
Did you usually skip class when you were a child?
Yes, I did, and many of my friends did too. I'd advise you not to do that.
Who did you live with when you were a child?
I lived with my mom, stepfather, and my sister.
What did you want to be when you were a child?
I dreamed of being a pilot.
Who did you love the most when you were a child?
I loved my mom the most since she was always there and took care of me.
Who was your childhood hero and why?
Robin Hood, he took money from the rich and gave it to the poor.
What reminds you of your childhood?
Green rice fields which I happen to see everywhere. They remind me of my beautiful childhood.
Did you change a lot when you grew up?
Yes, of course. I'm more mature now both physically and mentally.
Would you say that childhood is important?
Yes, because it shapes people into who they will become.
Conversation of encouragement.
I'm worried about something.
What's that?
Well, I have to drive to school for a meeting this morning, and I'm going to end up getting stuck in rush hour traffic.
That's annoying, but nothing to worry about. Just breathe deeply when you feel yourself getting upset.
Okay, I'll try that.
Is there anything else bothering you?
Just one more thing. A school called me this morning to see if I could teach a few classes this weekend, and I don't know what to do.
Do you have any other plans this weekend?
I'm supposed to work on a paper that's due on Monday.
Try not to take on more than you can handle.
You're right. I probably should just focus on my paper. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Conversation about a memorable event.
How many events have you joined this year? What were they about?
I have joined more than 10 events so far, most of which were about education.
What was your most memorable event?
The most memorable for me was an international study conference, in which I was introduced to some famous universities in Europe to study overseas.
Was it organized indoors or outdoors?
It was an indoor event.
Who sponsored the event?
The event organizer was the Education Department of American Center, but the universities introduced in the conference were the ones who paid.
Who went to the event with you?
I went there with my friends, who shared the same interest in studying abroad as me.
What were some performances in the event?
There were not many performances. Each university representative just had a speech to introduce their school to students, and then they hosted a Q&A session.
Was the event shown on TV?
The event was not aired, but there were television advertisements for it.
How would someone market an event?
Taking advantage of social media is a smart way to promote an event.
Thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe.